Welcome to Sampstra Games, the place to find new strategy games. Today we're going to play a game, the Blackbird of Amor, that's currently in early access. So big thank you to the developers for giving me a key. And now this is a visual storytelling game, similar to, for example, Wanderlust or Duplicity that we played on this channel. And because it's a visual storytelling game, we're going to do a first look because I think it's important to kind of have the immediate impression in a game that's focused mostly on the story, but it should have some turn-based combat, so I'm quite curious about that. My name is Stein. I'm an officer. Investigate crimes and threats to the state. I work more on the research and investigation side, though. No heroics for me. Of course, officers are technically members of the military, and so I could be sent to war. The kingdom is big and complex, and there's plenty of potential for bloodshed. You wouldn't know it through strolling through this modest town in the eastern branch of the kingdom. Moving away from the center of town, the plots of land get large. There's a large estate near the west gate surrounded by a high fence. Inside the fence is an elaborate garden. Unusual colors of hydrogens and peons, herbs used for perfumes, various specialty plants. They're potted and sold downtown for a few times a year. But that's not what brought me here. This is us. We look quite good, I've got to say, with that little confident look in our eyes. So we have a swag in our step. There's a little mystery about a certain woman that I want to chip away at. Okay? I said I'm a researcher, and of course researchers love mysteries. Or maybe not. Sometimes we hate them, but I feel driven to pursue them nonetheless. Alright, but this woman do. And driven is an apt word since I think I'm getting a bit obsessed with this one. Ooh, not good. Otherwise I would not be here at sundown with no idea what I'm even looking for. Sunlight was starting to look lovely under rows of bushes. I didn't much like the purple hue of the sky though, it was getting too dark. I wondered my next move. Would asking for a tour of the garden be a good idea? Hardly. Paths to the property seemed to lead away from the house, not toward it. They passed by a leafless street. It was a bit ugly, honestly. It is kinda ugly, I'll give him that. Those ornaments hanging from it? Paper dolls? Maybe I've seen them in Amor before. They're strung up for some special day, I presume. I heard a sound in the leaves off to the right. Next I moved. So we can move towards the sound or away? Yeah, let's move towards the sound. I heard a woman's voice. Whatever she said, she sounded angry. Don't be alarmed, man. Are you a thief? Neil's marked. Don't sneak around in the house without a light. Would a thief dress like this? My officer's uniform should be clear even in the fading lights. You're an officer? Yes, nothing to worry about. I'm here for a reason. Of course, now I had to invent my reason for being here. I was going to knock on the door when I started looking at irises, and then I thought I would see if there was a black one. I kept looking along the path, and I must have taken a wrong turn. Really? She looked at me as if I was the biggest fool she had ever met. I can see I've arrived a little late in the day. I'll come back at a better time. Why are you snooping about? It's shameful to even let you in. Nevertheless, Mother will see you. I shook my head, but she insisted. Mother would be angry if someone came and she wasn't introduced. Of course, Mother was exactly why I was snooping around in the first place. She's a bit of a celebrity, and even more so in the past. My former boss, Major Official Algin, used to call her the beauty of Amor. He even sought her hand in marriage, or was rumored to anyway. Clearly he didn't succeed. It was all decades ago when she was often seen in public. Now the woman runs this garden is only a few times here in the market. And I actually know where we're looking for the woman because it says so in the Steam description, but I will not spoil it for you. We walked to the door. The house was a charming stone manor. It had the beauty of age and the ambience of a place that would bring fond memories. It was large enough that about 8 people could live here. Not quite a lodge, but certainly not like the shacks around here. The room I was let into was not prepared for visitors. Mother, the distinguished matriarch, slumped at desk. Her eyes lifted in my direction as I walked past. There were papers and tools on the desk and the floor. Sewing and writing utensils littered the other half of the room where 2 other daughters diligently worked. The daughter escorting me said her name was Amber. They looked up as I came in, and an awkward moment followed as Amber tried to explain why I'm here. Amber then spoke to me. Call her Belan. Be courteous and don't overstay your welcome. Oh, don't be like that. It's always nice to have company. Couldn't tell if she meant it or was just being polite. Her voice was harsh, strange, probably frightening to children. Okay, we gotta change that. Bring him some white wine. Man was short with thick black hair, unlikely any I'd ever seen. Her hands on the desk looked bulky like a laborer's, and her face was smooth and white. So maybe it's not the woman that describes on the Steam page. Okay. She looked like something out of a story. Ooh, well, this is a story. A mysterious figure representing the unknowable contrast of destiny or death. I never got the white wine, which is unsurprising. Most wine was used up by Pearl's End. I was going to continue to improvise a story about why I was there, but there was no point. She's not a fool. I've always already considered suspicious, and I had little to gain with outright lies, so I took the road less traveled. Honesty. I hope you don't misunderstand. I'm not here as an officer. It's just that I was curious about this place, about its history. The history of the Armor Gardens? I suppose it's grown a bit since we first planted. This house was rebuilt in the later years. My son wanted to consolidate it. Perhaps you're wondering about thieves. There used to be problems with these, but that was back then, when... I met a man the other day, a named Dunsil, who said he used to work with you on a farm when he was a teenager. He said you were the best rancher there, practically ran the place. Do you remember? I've known so many people, I don't know. What does he look like? Saying you don't remember a person is standard way to dodge a question, though she simply might not recall. Dunsil is over 80 years old, one of the oldest men in town, which gets us to the interesting part. He said he looked the same now as he did then. Oh, so it is the woman from the Steam page. Helen seemed to ponder a respond, but Ember interrupted. Are you trying to make some kind of a point? Why don't you just explain why you're really here? You know what else I've heard? That you were there when Amor was founded, even signing the foundation plaque. I even found your signature, though the name was spelled a little differently at the time. Did you really sign it back when Amor was founded? So the founder's stone a few days ago. The closest name was B.L. Ken. Helen paused. Ember seemed to want to speak, but let her mother answer. That sounds about right. I was as excited as I would have been if someone had confessed to murder. She had confirmed that she was alive over 75 years ago when it was signed. She would have had to be at least 15 to write, well, meaning she's at least 19? No, she must be older. This isn't proved anyway. I need to press her for an answer. Well, that's fascinating, isn't it? You're about the age of a centurion, but looking no older than I do. The beauty of Amor is mysterious indeed. This is what you came here for? Oh. Helen is smiling at me, though, smirking, an amused expression that tells me I've got it all wrong. It isn't a mystery to us. Different people are different. They look different. They age different. She was born in a faraway land where things are different. So that was how they were going to explain it? The land is normal in a time and place. Maybe even seems strange and mysterious to her. Clever, but I wasn't giving up yet. There's really a place where nobody shows signs of old age? I'm not saying that. You have me on the edge of my seat. Where is she from? I think you've asked enough. But Ellen continues, finding the whole situation amusing. Finally she speaks. Wait. I do not mind. He wants to know. Let's become friends. You're welcome in our family. Ooh, that took a turn. I could sense there was an implied meaning in what she was saying. To answer your question, I'm from the place we now call Wardlau. Maybe you've heard of it. My eyes were wide. Yes, I've heard of it. The different names and different texts, though. Some say the people of our continent came from Wardlau long ago. Others describe some kind of hell, a place of danger, death, and punishment. Great tragedies happened there long ago. Are people there? Don't you know about the sea gate? The throne has always restricted access for ships sailing to Wardlau, and in the last decade cut off traffic entirely. No one knows what it's like there now. It's supposed to be dangerous to go there, isn't it? Perhaps. Or perhaps the throne has other reasons. The throne meaning the king's council, of course. How did Ember know this? That brings up another point. As head of founding family of the town, Bahan is assumed to have been quite rich. She may still be, as seen from some of the luxuries they have here. They have expensive silver cups and ceremonial sword. Well then, tell us how the officers' hall is doing. Keeping the correct Mongols at bay? Yes, I know who you are, and Master Horrid. Senior Master Horrid. Senior Master Horrid is still going strong. The Major keeps us all in line, and his son does as well. So she knows who I am? Perhaps she heard my name last year after some major scandals in business finance that I worked on. I must answer, I felt at a disadvantage again. And Algin and Peters? Retired. Algin's anyway, but not sure who Peters is exactly. Really? Well, never mind. Do you know the Oritz family? Conversation dragged on a bit as she asked me about me and my family and our relationship with other families. It's an old traditional way of thinking, I suppose, to judge someone by what families they were friendly with. She tells me about the 3 daughters, that they like hard work and athletics but never do their schoolwork. Then came to the part she was really interested in. You haven't mentioned a wife. Are you a bachelor? Seriously, that's what she's interested in? Yes, ma'am. Amber looked at me. I had forgotten her instruction to call Banline by her name. Perfect. Oh no, I don't like this. I don't know. Now, girl, I haven't said anything yet. Maybe it's best if I go. Yeah, let's leave. I don't want a wife. She clearly wanted me to stay put. Arranged marriage? It's an old-fashioned way of doing things, and my family certainly doesn't practice it. Just answer a question for an old mother. Which of my daughters do you prefer? She has a mischievous smile on her face. Clearly she was enjoying teasing her daughters. I decided to play along and then say I was merely joking. Yeah, this is not gonna end well. Oh, we have to click? I'd like this one. Let's go. Well, we spoke to her mostly, but she doesn't like us, so I'm not gonna force a marriage on her. And yeah, let's go with this. Oh, maybe she looks too young. I didn't really look at how young she looks. Hopefully we're young too. Sabi, I gazed into the dark glossy eyes of a timid animal. Whoa, okay. Though I wasn't sure at first, and now she's an adult in spite of her. Okay, good. I was worried for about a second. Her hair is a mess and her clothes are odd. She appears to have been scratching crude faces into a piece of wood. She's quite adorable, but she isn't suitable to be anyone's wife just yet. I was going to speak, but Amber saw what I was looking at. But you cannot wed Sabi. She's special. She does not even understand what marriage is yet. Sorry, I wasn't looking at how young she was. I apologize for that. It's gross that he leaves at her. There must be women his own age. Well, he did say she's an adult. Of course, the eldest daughter would be the most suitable. Try to sound less than serious, but things go from bad to worse. Yeah, I told you it was going to end badly. But I know, I belong by your side. My only dream is to spend my life helping you. I guess we'll marry the middle one then. She sounds genuinely afraid. I want nothing more than to run from the room at this point. Isn't it a woman's happiness to have children, to have love, but instead you want to be the child that never leaves home? What? It's definitely not woman's happiness. No. Yeah, thank you, man. Her then. She's fair and works gracefully. Yeah, let's go with her. Liz was still working away at the shirt she was decorating, but she looked at me, making sure she didn't seem too interested as she pondered the situation. Okay, she's the safe choice, I guess. Tense moment passed, and Belhan said to her, "And have you anything to say?" Liz replied in her most casual voice, "Couldn't it be a man with more style?" It was a good reply, actually. It brought a smile to my face. Alright. Things are turning better. I didn't realize my own lack of style. Thank you for pointing it out. There you have it, madam. I was just gonna say. So speaking, I heard a knock on the door. It then turned to a much louder banging. Amber quickly went to answer it. Belen was then called to speak to the visitor, a man they called Manuel. I could hear their words even though I was in the other room. "It's a spinning star. More than 3 people have seen it. Do arriver." Can anyone we know confirm? Do you have a witness? "I don't know. I just came straight away." Will the steward be writing a diagnostic? "I didn't see him. I wasn't even in town. I just got a word. What was I to do?" "Well, he came as fast as possible. Take this validation paper and keep listening for news." There's a validation. The messenger seems to be a messenger, so I guess that is proof of delivery, but legally you need an invoice. I hardly care, of course. I'm still pondering Manuel's message. The commotion wasn't over, though. Bella no longer had a smile on her face as she came back in. "Those with me. Pack. We set off soon, all the way to Throne Lodge. Throne Lodge is the capital, built around the building where the throne resides. We call it the Palace. Weeks away, though. Amber, to no one's surprise, throws a fit. Why are you telling her to pack and not me? You haven't even told us." "Not you. Stay. Keep Sabrina studying. Wait for news." The rest sentences were strange. Reminded me of a drill sergeant, actually. "But you need me. You'll be away for months." Helen starts to shoo me out the door with some muttered apologies for being busy. I get no explanation why they're in a hurry to leave. The only clue I have is the spinning star. Still digesting what happened. The talk of an arranged marriage? The youthful old woman? The mystery of her coming from Wardlaw? I don't know what's happening. Fate would have it, I walked by their estate the next day, going to the west gate. Captain Howard was there, and Mendel. And also mother and her daughter. "Good to see you, Captain. What seems to be the trouble?" "They won't let us through, is what. It's bright as day. Why can't we just go through now?" "You know why. Obstructing our rights is why." "So they wanted to leave and the guard stopped them?" Howard stepped in and spoke to Belhen. Apparently Howard wanted to escort them to Throne Lodge. He's on his way there anyway. Mendel and I are wanted as volunteers. I could say no, but I'm not really needed here. There's nothing interesting work to do anyway. Liz was waiting nearby for the decision to be made. She looked cheerful, just last ready to set off for the big city. Or was that an act? They seemed up in arms about something last night. She looked at me. We were waiting for the others to finish talking. I suddenly felt uncomfortable, remembering the talk of arranged marriage between us. Did she think I was interested? Or did she just see it as her mother's little game that we played along with? I tried to seem neutral as I asked my question. Whatever was it that made your mother want to make this journey in such a hurry? She sometimes gets ideas in her head and won't let them go. I don't mind a little travel, though. Getting bored. Sounded like an evasion, but I wasn't sure. Yes, but why? Something happened last night. Bad omen, she heard about. Maybe some political gossip. It doesn't matter. Let her have her way, as long as she's paying for it. Is that her attitude towards arranged marriage, too? Run while you can. I don't know what to make of Teos. Her mother seemed surrounded in secrets and was still the more forthright of the two. Right. Agreed to Hort's plan, be vacationing in the capital, it seemed. A look at Belen, an unreadable mask on her face. Was she upset about whatever it was she was rushing to Throne Lodge for? No, there was more to this thing that she heard about last night. How was I going to find out much with Hortz and Mendel around, though? I'd have to be very careful. To get to Throne Lodge, we would be gearing up in Buffer's Plot, a small town built around a resupply point. And there's nothing but bleak forest for a week, then another resupply point, and so on. It'll be over 2 weeks till we reach our destination. The sun was in the sky, but it wasn't bright. I felt totally overheated anyway as I trudged along. I was walking near Belen. Toes was there as well, but I didn't want to seem like I was interested in her, so I kept away. The whole situation was strange, and I wanted to break the tension. It was a fascinating talk we had last night about your travels, not the other thing. Chooses a mate and is backstabbing only the next date? Isn't that just like a man? He didn't want to get married, you forced it on him. Don't blame him. Belle made a face of mock shock as she said this, and resumed her teasing. Teos acted uninterested. Teos seemed like someone with something to prove, even if it's only that she didn't care. Well, so are we. Perhaps she was trying to differentiate herself from her high-strung sibling Amber. But if your father had acted that way, you wouldn't exist. He smiled. At least she was enjoying herself. The pace was pretty slow, and we weren't carrying much. Things would be a lot harder after Buffer's Plot. We came before it was even dark. Hort's apparently tired already. The food was good since we were eating the best of it first. Are you still hungry? Yes, but I don't want to eat much right now. It's better to eat in the morning. Have you been to Buffer's Plot before? I nodded. Had she not been there? That seems strange. Is the hide really bad? He made a disgusted face. Hide is actually vegetable jerky, a ration for long journeys and main staple at Buffer's Plot. I tried to lay down and get to sleep early. Teos had made my insecurities rise to the surface. She was confident and friendly. Imagine him. Ooh, okay. We're skipping this part. No, I won't let these thoughts distract me any further. I'm being a fool. I'm here for one thing. We're falling in love, apparently, or lost, either way. I'm going to find out the secret of Belhan's eternal youth, no matter what it costs me. Ooh, and we jumped to chapter 2. And I think we're gonna end the episode here. I hope you enjoyed it. And you can click on the right top to watch Wanderlust. Or you can click on the right bottom to watch Duplicity. I'll see you there. Bye bye.